I'm Alicia Mitchell.
My profession is a professional master barber.
My name is Kelvin Oliver. I go by Kelvin the Barber.
I'm the owner of Exquisite Hair Designs in Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Hi, my name is Seville McKinnon. I am a licensed hairstylist and salon owner in Memphis, Tennessee by way of Cordova, Tennessee.
My job is, I wouldn't call it really complicated. It just comes with a challenge like any other job, you know.
On this path of being a barber, I do professional grooming services, from facials to men's haircuts to kids' haircuts to women's undercuts, and also I do hair replacement services.
Oh, I make people feel good. I specialize, of course, in healthy hair, all things healthy hair, but to be honest, it's more than just me saying, oh, I do hair. You know, I can flat iron and color and all this stuff. Of course I can do that. But the main thing that I feel like I do, I make an impact and create an experience for all of our guests to make sure that they enjoy everything that they get when they cross our threshold. Whether it's from a spiritual perspective, it's from a personal perspective, that people literally just enjoy being here and loving our atmosphere and them becoming family, because that's what you are. Once you come in here, you're all family. It's not just a client. It's not just a guest, but yeah.
I would say I'm a hair therapist. I mean, because I get people come in here, it sounds really funny, but I get people come in here and they want to talk about and whatever is said in my chair, it stays in my chair because I'm listening to you, but by the time I leave out of here, I done forgot everything. But at the time we're here in my chair, I'm listening to you. You have my undivided attention. I'm not on my phone. I don't sit here and text on my phone all day. I don't talk on the phone. Now, if I get a break, I'm checking emails, I'm checking text messages, of course. But while they clients in my chair, I am all about my client, period. So I have people that sit in my chair, they talk about their spouse, talk about their children, they talk about work. Whatever's on their minds to talk about, they talk about dinner. Whatever it is they want to talk about. And then I have people come in here, they want to just vent. So I'm listening to them talk. The next thing I know, they ask me for my input, and I give them my input, and they're like, Alicia, I'm glad I came here. And some of those people are still here with me today. So I would say I'm a professional therapist cosmetologist.
Cosmetology is an art of makeup, hair, skin. It's beauty. Is the meaning of cosmetology. Is this total body package. And like today, it's not like when I first started out. Today, you know, this career offers more than just hair. You have makeup, you have the skin, and you also have the body, which like medical spas and stuff like that.
9th grade year in high school, we had an option to choose, I think it was called an elective. I think it was called an elective. And it was time for me to choose an elective, and I was like, ever since before I got in high school, I always wondered what I wanted to do. I said, okay, I got 4 years to figure out what I want to do with my life. Because when I graduate, I need to be already on it. I need to be already working toward it. I had been getting my hair cut so much, and then I seen they was offering barbering at my school at Whitehaven High School, and I just tried it. And I always knew I wanted to work for myself. I always knew that I wanted my own business, but I didn't know what type of business. I didn't know what type of field or what I would like other than music. I play music, but I didn't feel like there would be anything I would want to go into long term. I felt like it was more of a hobby. But I think it was just seeing it on a piece of paper, looking into it, talking to barbers about it, talking to my own barber about it, and just liking everything it came with. And as I learned my 10th grade year after getting into class, it just grew on me so much, so much, learning about the field.
So what got me into hair? Actually, I have literally, and I'm not even exaggerating, I have done hair all of my life. Whether it's my hair, my family, friends, or whoever, I've done hair. And so I always said that the main thing I wanted to do, of course, was do hair, but I wanted to make people feel good with the way they look. So if hair was an enhancement to make them feel great, to make them have a better day, or whatever can brighten them up, I wanted to do just that. And hair is literally my passion, my love, is how I make money, is how I do everything. So I eat, breathe, sleep, everything about hair.
We live in a world with about 6.4 billion people. So how you grow your clientele base is you never take no for an answer. Whenever you're rejected for one haircut, you move on to the next person. And it takes daily promotion. How I grow now as a professional, I promote myself daily. Today is one of my off days, but I woke up early this morning and I posted pictures of my haircuts to let the people know that, hey, I'm still here. So I would say grind.
The salon I was actually working in, the owner did my hair prior to her owning the salon. My grandmother and I were going as her clients in this other salon she was working in. And so she always knew that I wanted to do hair. My grandmother always talked about me wanting to do hair. I was serious about it. And that's what I wanted to do with my life. And so fast forward to me actually going through cosmetology school. I think literally a week when I got done. I hadn't even got my license yet. She called me and was like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. She was like, oh, I need you to come work for me. I'm like, oh, I was 19. I was about to chill. 18. I was chilling. I wanted to enjoy the rest of my summer or whatever I had going on. And that was it. So ended up working for her. And I'll be honest with you, I quit a lot of times because I just thought the people I was working with and I was working for were terrible. But I had to be humble and I had to understand business, and there actually were a group of excellent women that I learned a lot from. So going and working there, I started off as a shampoo assistant. And so I believe I assisted for maybe give or take 2 or 3 years because honestly, I got so scared. What I thought I knew how to do, I could not do compared to everyone else's work. I think my work was quite awful. So I didn't even want anybody to see what I thought I knew how to do. And so growing and learning and being trained helped me throughout, and ended up, I got licensed and I started doing hair, building my clientele, and I got really busy really fast. And so I was there for 10 years, I think, to be exact.
My favorite part is getting those, especially a new client. I've been getting new clients pretty much every week. So when those new clients come in, I had one new client here 2 weeks ago. She came in, her hair, she never wore her hair. She started wearing her hair years ago. She's an older lady. And she would always wear wigs. So she said her husband want her out the wigs. So we pulled her wig out. We sit right here. In this chair, turn her around the mirror. And she pulled her wig out, pulled her wig off. Her hair was fully gray. But you would never know because she had a wig on. But she was a pretty lady, and she had some gorgeous hair. So she was like, can you do something? Can we fix it? What can we do? And I was like, I got you. At the time, I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I just knew, I felt in my gut that, hey, when I say I got you, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, because that's one thing about it. I learned all the book work back in school, so I know what I'm doing. So we gave her a color. She wanted a natural black color. Gave her that natural black color. Gave her a silk press. Turned her around, because I never style my clients' hair in the mirror. So I try to make my best. I try to make it my best. They don't look in the mirror to see their hair. So I turned her around after finish her style. Her face was just red. She couldn't believe that was actually her sitting in this chair looking in that mirror. So that was my favorite part, because it's something people probably say, how do y'all get stories like that at a salon? You just getting your hair done. Oh, it's deeper than that, because that's your confidence, and she was able to get her confidence back.
People. You get to meet new people every day, and depending on your lifestyle and who you are, I have great communication skills when it comes to people. I love meeting new people. I love discussing different things with them, and I love hearing about their life. So the best thing about this is that you meet people from all walks of life. It may be a homeless man that touches you, and it may be a multi-billionaire that comes in. I live in a city called Houston, Texas, where we have multi-millionaires and billionaires. And I've seen a lot of rich people. I've seen a lot of broke people. But that's what kept me going, and that's what I love about it the most, because you never know who you're gonna meet.
Oh, my favorite part, I get to do whatever I want to do. My clients always say, oh, Seville, we come in here, you just do whatever you want to do. That is correct. And I love that part because it is 100% how I thrive. I live off of my creativity. And to be honest with you, even though they may say that, of course, I still do what they like and what they want. But I think they appreciate my creativity because it may be something that's like, oh my God, this person will look perfect with this. And you know, I'm always thinking about them in that way. You know, how it can enhance certain aspects, whether it's their hair or just everything with their beauty. So it helps me a whole lot.
To be honest with you, it took about 1 year. The first 6 months was the hardest, but I stuck with it. I was put in a position where I couldn't give up. I was also put in a position where I was limited with help from family. I didn't know any friends. I moved to a new city. So it brought the best out of me. And all I knew at that time was to continue. It wasn't an end. So I continued and I continued. And in about a year's time, I had enough clientele to supply the needs of having my own place, supply the needs of having my own transportation, and also to supply the needs of the children that I had at that time.
God blessed me to have clientele coming out of hair school. And it's not like that now, you know, with a lot of people, but I had a big clientele when I came out of hair school, so I thank God for that. So it wasn't a whole lot for me to come in and just, you know, build myself up, because really when I came in, I was already built up.
Well, okay, so when I was doing hair at home, you know, when you're at home, you charging I was charging like $20 for a basic shampoo and roll. And when they get a perm, I was charging $40. I never went over that amount unless if I added a little cut, I add $5 to it. So I would go door to door. Here it is, I'm driving my car, wasting my gas, and I'm charging people $20, $50. No more than $50. My price never went over $50. And here it is, like, I wasn't really making the money that I feel like I deserve. But keep in mind, I wasn't a cosmetologist then. So now that I'm a cosmetologist, I have all this knowledge of how to do things and what to do and not to do. So like my money, I gotta get my money. So when I first got in the shop as a cosmetologist, like with a licensed hair professional, I lost some clients, like from compared to the people I did hair at the house and here, because everybody comfortable with paying $20, and I mean that's on them, that's fine. But I feel like you're even getting better quality service now, because now you don't have to lean your head over the sink in the kitchen. You have a shampoo bowl here. You have reclining chairs. You can put your feet up. We have facial stations. We have, you get more coming in the salon than what you could possibly get at home, laying over the sink or sitting up on a hooded dryer. So yeah, when I first started, I did lose little clients, but now since I've been in it, there was a time I wanted to quit, even since I've been professional. In 2008, since 2018 up until now, 2020, I did go through a phase back in 2018 where I wanted to quit, but I didn't. I'm glad I did it, because now my clientele has increased dramatically. Like I'm pretty much here every day except Sunday, so that's good.
We live in a world with about 6.4 billion people. So how you grow your clientele base is you never take no for an answer. Whenever you're rejected for one haircut, you move on to the next person. And it takes daily promotion. How I grow now as a professional, I promote myself daily. Today is one of my off days, but I woke up early this morning and I posted pictures of my haircuts to let the people know that, hey, I'm still here. So I would say grind.
Technology is so different now. I do everything on my own. Branding, marketing, social media. social media is the key to my career as of now. You know, back when I first started back in '96, it was just handing out business cards and word of mouth. Now it's, you know, social media and branding and, you know, networking. So I mean, you have to put yourself out there, and you have to do you need to do social media, and you need to network with other people to you know, to stay, you know, to invest in yourself and invest in your business. You know, just, you know, it keeps it going. You know, not just only in your community and in your state, around the world. So networking is the key to, you know, being in this game.
Technology actually has helped my business, because now, like with phones, computer, tablets, iPads, whatever. Like back then I was using an appointment book. So now I kind of got rid of all the paper things. So now I either do stuff on my phone or I do websites. So now I'm really sticking strictly solely to my website. So therefore the client can have it. Like whatever's listed on my website, my hours on my website are, they start at 6 a.m. and they end. It all depends on what day you book. So my clients has access to all that. They can go in, they can choose their appointment time, their service they prefer, and if they don't want it, they can either go in there and cancel when they want to. They don't have to call me for nothing. Even though I do have some that do call me, which is okay, because they have questions about their service that they're getting. So it really has it has affected it in a positive way, like nothing negative about it.
Communication. You have to learn how to communicate with the client. You have to understand your client. Without communication, you won't gain much clientele. I done seen some barbers that can't cut no hair, but their communication skills are great, so clients come back to it. Because at the end of the day, the service is not for you, it's for the client. So when you make the client feel good and comfortable, you will gain their money, and gain their respect, and gain their business.
Drive, discipline, and self-control. Like, you gotta be able to control yourself in this environment, because I promise you, growing up, I went to a lot of barbershops, but coming into this, you gotta have self-control. Discipline, yeah. Self-control and discipline, I say those are the main two, self-control and discipline.
As a stylist, I've learned along the way is to be patient with people and with myself. You know, people have to be patient with you as well as being patient with them. So patience is the key to this career.
My least favorite part is getting a client that gets up out their bed, come sit in my chair to get their hair done. I turn them around in this mirror, and I ask them if they like their hair, and they say yeah, they love it. But then they go home and I get a text and it's a whole different story. That's my least favorite part. I really want to satisfy my client while they're here, and it's okay, because I done got my hair done many times and still get my hair done, like whether it's braids or my real hair. And there's been times I really like a hairstyle, I didn't really like a certain haircut that I received, but I feel like if I'm paying my money, I want to be satisfied. So I feel like with my clients as well, even though no matter if I got other clients waiting, once you're in my chair, it's all about you. I mean, we could be overtime, whatever, but that's how passionate I am about my business. Whatever we're doing, I want you to really, you say you love it, but I really want you to really love it. Like, you can look in your hair and be like, hey, I love my hair, I can do some things with it. So that's my least favorite. Again, a client that says one thing and leave out the door saying something else.
I would say that's tough, because I don't think it's nothing about this career that I don't like. Everything about it, I love it. The things that I have struggles with, I actually grow to love them too, because it brings out the best in you. Every small or minor setback, it only makes you stronger. So I wouldn't say there's nothing about it that I just don't like, but if I had to choose anything, I would say it's the mentality of certain young men and attitudes that we carry. We all have to come together on one accord and learn how to disagree and learn how to work together. And so if I had to choose anything, I would say a selfless man. There you go. A selfish man.
The thing that I don't like about it is probably some of the people that I have to deal with. Because that is, I feel like it's the hardest thing to do. Especially when you have your own problems going on. Dealing with some people is just hard. People not wanting to pay. People not believing in you. I hate how people treat you in this field because they don't have the level of respect that you may have in the field. And I think that might be the worst thing. Because anything else I feel like is pretty positive. For me, I feel like that's probably the worst thing about it. Is the people, dealing with the people.
Business. Business is my least favorite. You know, and I would say this, me having to make those tough decisions and decisions that I really don't even want to make, even with, I'll go back to hiring and firing, you know, wanting to be comfortable with hiring somebody because, you know, they support your vision, they support your systems in place and different things. And those that don't support it, and you don't know that in the beginning, and those that you have to let go. I hate that. I want everybody to love what I do the way I do. I want everybody to work as hard as I do, but that's not the real world. So I have to deal with it and move on. So
The biggest lesson that I learned is taxes. This is something that's not really discussed in our career, but taxes is the lesson that I learned because my first 2 years of having my shop, I paid my taxes late. So I was hit with late penalties, and I learned from that. So I would tell every young man out there, once again, that's aspiring to be a barber, is to pay your taxes, learn about taxes, learn the difference between DBA and LLC, know what it means, pay for it, get all the professional help you can, and also hire you a lawyer. Hire you a lawyer to cover your back when it comes to professional services like this.
I do my best to pay my taxes and try to keep the IRS off my back as much as I can, especially considering the fact that I just recently, probably earlier this year, I quit my job, my full-time job I had at the time, and started cutting her full-time. So now I'm only cutting her, and this is my only source of income at the moment. So yeah, it can be an issue, it can be challenging, but as long as you have the right people in your corner to help you through things like this, as far as your finances, especially the taxes, because I promise you, Uncle Sam want his. He don't care what you got going on in your life, he want his. And he won't settle for nothing less.
Okay, so like the question was asked, am I passionate about this? So yeah, I am, because compared to me from when I used to be a teacher and working other careers I had, my not old 9 to 5, I would dread getting up in the morning. I would dread going in, even though it was Monday through Friday, I would still dread going in, getting out. Like I was making good money there, but I just wanted into it like that. So I just say, you know what, I am doing hair, and let's just see where this goes. So now, am I passionate about this? Yeah, I can find myself getting up at 5 in the morning to be here at 5:45 or 6 a.m. And I sometimes I'm here from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I find myself, whatever I do to my 6 a.m. client's head, I'll have the same energy, and I do that same than my last client as if she was my first client.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I wanted to drive for NASCAR, but I don't think that's gonna happen, to be honest. That's my dream job, but of course, this is my literally first, second, third, fourth, fifth job. I'm sure I'll do something else, but yeah, it is.
I wouldn't say it's my dream job, but this is my start to where I want to finish. So this is the start of my career to where I want to end it.
5-10 years, like I said, when I started, I work here now in somebody else's building. Like I said, I'm self-employed, so I run my own stuff. I run my own business, I run my own everything. I have my own independently name. Even though I'm in a salon with another name, I have my own other name that I work up under. So 5-10 years, I see myself owning my own salon. But the way things are going now, I would like to own a whole suite where I can get other stylists to come in and they can have their own business, which is like a suite is. You have a whole big building, individual rooms, and that those stylists can go in the individual room, and they will be their self-employed stylists, because they will be their own building. Like that's what they license. They can license that room. Like it's theirs. It's just the only thing is this is my grand building, but it's sub buildings inside of the grand building. So I see myself owning a salon suite. And I thought about too as well, I thought about being a cosmetology instructor, because I knew the teachers I had were great, and I know it takes a great teacher to get you to get where you want to be as a stylist. So
I've been doing this for 24 years, and I plan on continue to do hair. It's just as long as the Lord bless me with my good health. You know, I plan on, I'm in this game. I plan on being here till the Lord sit me down. And I don't want him to sit me down no time soon. So as long as I continue to be healthy, I will be here.
Where I'm going next, well, of course, entrepreneurship is on me. My next step would be trucking services.
I'm a Kroger driver I'm a driver for Kroger because I can work anytime I want to work. You know, rain, sleet, or snow. Go in, come right back home. Home every day, home every night. I love my job.